When God promised me a son, it felt like the sun rising after a lifetime of darkness. A son, in air. At 75, it seemed impossible, but God had spoken, and I believed him. The years that followed tested that belief. 1 year turned into 5. 5 turned into 10. I held on to his promise, but with each passing season, doubt crept in like a thief. I could see it in Sarah's eyes too. The hope that once shone there began to dim. One night, as the fire crackled between us, Sarah spoke. Her voice was steady, but I could hear the pain beneath it. Abraham, maybe the Lord intends for us to fulfill his promise another way. I looked at her, confused. She continued, her words hesitant, as if she were testing them out herself. Take Hagar, my maidservant. Perhaps through her, we can build the family God promised. I froze. It was a common practice in our time, for a man to have children through a servant when his wife was barren. But common didn't mean easy. The thought of holding another woman, of creating a child with someone other than Sarah, felt like betrayal. Yet as I looked at her, I saw the weight of her burden, the years of silent disappointment. I wanted to ease her pain. I wanted to believe this was God's plan. So I agreed. When Hagar became pregnant, I felt a strange mix of relief and guilt. Relief because a child was coming. Guilt because this wasn't what I had imagined. Hagar, once quiet and humble, now carried herself with pride, and I could see the tension brewing between her and Sarah. It exploded one day when Hagar mocked Sarah, and Sarah came to me in tears. "This is your fault," she cried. "May the Lord judge between you and me." Her words cut deep because I knew she was right. I had taken matters into my own hands, trying to fulfill God's promise my way instead of waiting on him. Years later, God spoke again, reminding me of his original promise. "Sarah will bear you a son," he said. "Not Hagar, not anyone else. Sarah." When Isaac was finally born, I understood. God's promise was never about what I could do. It was about what he could do. My impatience, my failure to trust, had only complicated the plan. Yet even in my failure, he was merciful. Looking back, I see myself in so many who struggle to wait on God. We want quick solutions, shortcuts to the blessings we crave. But God's timing is perfect, even when it feels impossibly slow. Hagar's son, Ishmael, became a great nation, as God promised. But Isaac was the fulfillment of the promise. Through him, I learned that faith isn't about what we can control. It's about surrendering to the one who holds it all.